Doctors ask me about long-term stability. What's funny in orthodontics is that all studies have shown that everything relapses. Whether you extract teeth, you don't extract teeth, you expand arches, you don't expand arches, whether you're doing a Ricketts bioprogressive approach, it doesn't matter. Teeth will always want to move back to where they came from. So it's independent of the type of treatment. It's independent of the time. And the only thing that really has been proven is that teeth need long-term retention. And preferably, long-term retention requires placement of bonded retainers. And that's what we've been doing in our practice for the last 22 years. And we place bonded retainers on the upper and lower arches. That is the only way that we can be secure to know that teeth have not moved at all. So a patient who had severe crowding of the teeth, this is a patient following treatment with upper and lower bonded retainers, and 6 years later the teeth are absolutely perfectly stable. It does not matter how long, whether you extract or you don't extract, the key is the type of retention that you're going to provide that patient. And we will show you how to do this for each and every patient in a very simple approach. People will say to me, well, Jeff, if it's so fast, doesn't SmileFast Magic Braces technique hurt more than conventional braces? Well, no, not at all. Our initial wire, as you saw in our case study, was an 014 nickel titanium wire. Our final wire is often only an 018 nickel titanium. In conventional orthodontics, we use 19 by 25 stainless steel wires, very thick, heavy wires. It's those thick, heavy wires that cause the pain, not the very light force wires that we use with this approach. We've had less pain with the SmileFast Magic Braces technique than with conventional braces because we are using very light forces. People say, well, Jeff, if you're moving teeth that quickly, don't you get more root resorption? So does Magic Braces increase the chance of root resorption? No, not at all. In fact, quite the opposite. What all the studies have found is that treatment time have more root resorption. Longer treatment times have more root resorption than shorter treatment times. So treatment duration is the biggest factor in root resorption than force levels. So if a patient's going for treatment for 2 years in conventional orthodontics, they're obviously far more likely to have root resorption than a patient having 6 months worth of orthodontic treatment. Why don't we get root resorption? Because we use relatively light forces to move the teeth. And our heaviest force in general is an 018 nickel titanium wire, and we have shorter treatment times than what we do in conventional orthodontics. The further teeth move, the more root resorption occurs. So patients in conventional orthodontist rooms would use a lot of class 2, class 3 elastics. We don't do that. So those patients are more likely to have root resorption than what our patients are, because the teeth have moved much further. Patients who have open bites and who are having extractions, bicuspid extraction cases, are far more likely to have root resorption because we're moving teeth for greater distances. In our technique, we're not doing any bicuspid extraction cases. We're not suggesting that we do any open bite cases, so we're far less likely to have any type of root resorption problems. So why? In summary, we seldom use any class 2 or class 3 elastics. We don't move teeth great distances. We've never had a problem with root resorption with this SmileFast Magic Braces technique. The contact details, once again, SmileFast Proprietary Limited, Melbourne, 9524 8995. Our fax number is Melbourne 9532 8532, and our email address is inquiries@smilefast.com.au.